Dally gonna be first up over for the team 2. Charging out versus Carcosa immediately. Hopefully Carcosa isn't gonna be too stumped with the lag they got going on. Quick fear onto Dally as the man gonna go for a full void eruption. Trying to get himself a mind games. Might have pop defensive really early. It's going to be very embraced with his stun versus Dally. Dally does end up slaying the demon. Gives him a lot of health recovery. Siphon going to be slowing down their approach. May potentially be a disperse on a Carcosa. Needs to make sure they don't get interrupted on Shadow at all. Does go for a disperse cloud with a silence on the Dally. Trying to give himself a little bit of survivability. Carcosa's on a turn of pressure. They need to somehow break away from Dally. Maybe even line up a bit of CC. Dally's super aggressive though. He needs to stay in melee in order to heal. Trying to go for mind games. Interrupt missed by Dally. So potentially Carcosa could get some cast off. Stun is going to put him under pressure. Carcosa may be in trouble and I think it's going to be over. Unfortunate as Dally does not really give him an opportunity. Just keeps being relentless. Stun into Atha, potentially could close the gap here. I-beam from range is going to charge in right after. Big soul breaker to Atha. Blind by the paladin. Nothing Dally can do, but I think Atha just got him capped up. Oh my god, the blind that doesn't break. As long as you're not meleeing the guy and doing physical damage, holy damage doesn't break that holy blind. Painbreaker going to be up next with a full set of pets. Demonology. Kind of stuttering all over the place. Wait, do you and Lath have like a similar mog? You do. You guys do. You guys are like looking like brothers or something. Mortal Coil send at him as Pain trying to get himself a full demonic army. Stun around the corner versus Atha. Maybe able to chain more stuns right after. Fear to follow. That's going to be Athaman break it out with adaptation. With Infernal dropping in. Not Infernal, but a Tyrant. Going to be Atha just smiting all these pets with a wake of ashes. The Infernal does drop down the axe. Trying to see if he can get into melee fisticuffs with Athaman. Looks like it's not the Infernal. Or Felguard. Are your pets so passive, by the way? Oh no, I think his pet may have been passive there. That's unfortunate. Demon Dog is charged out. Their bite is no longer nearly as effective as it was last week. Last week, those bites were very deadly, and they're still effective. They're just no longer one-shotting like they used to, or getting close to one-shot, two-shot combo. Stun into Atha. Demon Doggers are going to be dissipating. Mortal Coil sending Atha in the opposite direction. Bane still able to get himself a little bit more cast in. Fear just controlling Atha fully. Atha still has a bubble in case he needs to. The imps are just going to be barraging him down. The Demon Doggers maybe will be charging in. Yo, your pets are passive. Bane, a lot of your pets are pacified. I don't know if you are aware of this, but dogs are not doing anything. Drop it in the hammer, and the main pet isn't really going for fisticuffs. Not like it can do much now that he's getting stunned up by Wake of Ashes. Pain could be in big trouble. He needs to make sure he has a good control of his pets. Whatever keybind you have in order to get pet attack. Look at those dogs! They're just running away from Atha. They could potentially finish him off. That's so unfortunate, man. I feel like Pain would have had himself a hell of a run if only his pets actually played. Athaman getting a big blaster out of Dan. Dan trying to see if he can stay on top of the man. With a quick blind, does Dan go for a trick in here? Big damage on a mouth. What is that? What was that judgment? I'm sorry, what? Paladins got nerfed today. Atha, you can't be hitting him with a judgment like that. What is going on? Lath's gonna be up next. He's gonna hit with a stun. Oh my goodness. As the second CC stops him on his wake. Got himself a couple of blades versus that pet, but it's going to be Mortal Coil, sending him back out in the open. Reflect up in case Athaman goes in for big damage. Better be very careful. That Reflect could be very deadly. May have to bubble this. Does go for the bubble. Does get kind of aggressive with Lath. Trying to see if he can maybe press some cooldowns out of him. Definitely was able to get a trick out of the guy. And used to get out away from these portals and go for recovery. Those shadow bolts from portals are going to be quite deadly. Big Chaos Bolt from one side. There's going to be a couple of Shadow Bolts in the other of these portals. Mortal Coil putting Athaman in a tight spot. Does he go behind the pillar? Try to see if he can reach for cover. Chaos Bolt midair, I think. No. He never left his fingertips. He was about to. Stun into Lath. Does have himself a Dark Pack. Does Athaman have himself a big go? Is that going to be Succubus C around the corner? As Athaman got no mana. He can't really do a lot of recovery. Yet another portal drops in. Big Chaos Bolt glob just flies out towards Atha. I think it's a guaranteed crit too. Reflect up for Lath in case there's a Hodge. Athaman getting CC'd. Stun around the corner of Bonzafell. Athaman does not really have much of defense. Is blind to the main pet. No ways to interrupt it. Lad just trying to see if he can blast him out with damage. Athaman looking for as much recovery as possible. Lad just got himself instant cast left and right. Athaman could be in big trouble. Mortal Coil put him out in the open. No way out of this one. And Lad does end up burning out the Paladin. My goodness. That's where I'm going to be up next. Applying a nullifying shroud early. Cannot be CC'd by Lath. Can be interrupted, but Lath doesn't have an interrupt pet. Fire Breath into Lath. Good, but they should be in big trouble. That's going to be a Casbolt, maybe. Got himself a portal instead. Nosferatu take a lot of damage. What is even hitting ya? Reflect up onto Lath. I think maybe reflected a little bit late. I think the damage for Nosferatu already went flying. Big disintegrate. Lath could be in big trouble. Got himself a lot of self-healing. Going to be a Fire Breath with a damage over time aspect. Mortal Coil into Nosferatu. Does he survive these Chaos Balls though? Blasphemy joins in, trying to give himself as much self-healing as possible, dropping in the seed. And trying to get himself heals with a quick succubus here on the corner. Fear by Lath, Shadow Fury to follow. At least the Blasphemy is gone for a moment. And Lath dropping in even more portals. Nosferatu better get himself as much recovery as possible. Bonza fell around the corner. Just gotta pressure him to stay in one spot. This is where Lath is gonna try to see if he can push in and maybe pressure him. Chaos Bolt on the way. Does have immunity. Just immune that Chaos Bolt. Lath swinging around the corner. Just needs a couple more instants. Nosferatu got himself casting without interruptions. He got himself wall as well. 30% damage reduction. That's, you can see, like the wall is a little bit of this armor buff on his back and on his front. Looks like scales. Trying to go for Living Flames versus Lath, but Lath locks him out with a Mortal Coil, sends out another portal. Portal could be very, very deadly. Nosferatu decides to bail out of it before the damage ramps up. It's one of the delayed portals, so the damage is very, very delayed. Oh my god, the Bonza fell makes it so tough. Trying to go up in the air and fly, but that's going to be Lath taking him out. My goodness, them instas. Dalok's going to be up next, trying to get some damage versus Lathlock. Dalok's and Lathlock. Why do those two like sound so close to one another? Big blind. Dalok's gonna hit for the second of his teeth, just drinking out of it. Is gonna end up breaking his own Brian versus Lath, sending out them judgments. Infernal dropping in. Dalok's trying to see if he can end this duel right there. Lath used to survive this a little bit longer. Reflect us up in case there's a hide by the Paladin. Mortal Coil, main to use it immediately. Needs some kind of healing. Battle Mass Trickery, I think getting used up. Dalok's got all the damage in the ready. Lathlock is on its final step. He got himself a wall. Gateway instant. Got himself lots of mobility. Dalok's had no health whatsoever. Lathlock could end it right now. Lathlock could end this duel. Instacast with the gateway that's going to be able to burn through a Chill of Vengeance fairly quickly. The Shadow Bolts one by one are going to do damage. You can't even land inside them. Looking to close the gap. Stun to Lathlock. Does he have any survivability to follow? Does he have Dark Pact the last second? Does get Dark Pact. That's going to give him. Oh my god, a champ capitalizes on the Paladin. Root, last one left, charging out. And he has to stop this Warlock before his entire team goes down. Lath already has a port in the ready with a succubus seduction. Stopping Root over on this side of the arena. Root trinkets for it. He's like, you know what? I need to make a play. Mortal Coil by Lath. No more trinket available for Root, so that's going to be all the CC in the world. Got himself the AMS, burning it very, very early. Bonza fell around the corner. Doesn't quite catch Root. Stun. Does he get him? Lath, the seduction CC. Got him some grippy hand. Gonna be a port. Lath looking to reposition. Does he have any more survivability or all Dark Pack very, very soon? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Does Root take him out? Dark Pack last second. Oh, does end up getting an obliterate. There was just no way you were gonna let that guy win, right? There's no way. Johnny waddling through the Death and Decay does get himself out in the open with a quick poly versus Root. Root got himself some defenses, but not a lot. He's not gonna be able to survive too much of this. Breath, Radiant Spark, probably knockback. Does get frozen. This is where Johnny could just take him out. Meteor, I think maybe clips him. I think clips him. Oh, big damage on the Root. Oh, Johnny. Johnny Appleseed with a big one shot at the very, very end. Man, Atherman got 3 kills there back-to-back. Lath, I am so amazed you lived as long as you did there. I am surprised. I am in shock. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't know what to say. It was ridiculous.